Okay, let's give you guys some practice. So here you've got a graph of y equals sine squared of x. So we are going to revolve this 360 along the x-axis. So when you revolve with 360 along the x-axis, you're going to get a 3D solid looking something like this. Well, work out the volume of this 3D solid. Okay, so press pause and have a go. Okay, so to do this, you're moving along here. You're summing up all the disks. So each step of the way. So you're moving along here. Each step of the way, you need to know the height of this thing. You need to know the radius. Well, the height is given by this. So this, in a way, is your radius. So you're moving along. Each step of the way, you need to know the radius. Once you know the radius, which is sine squared of x, you need to pi r square it to get the area of the disk. So pi r square it will give you the area of the disk. So pi r square it, and then you need to sum everything up. And you're moving in the x direction, so you need a dx here. And then you're integrating from 0 all the way to pi, from 0 all the way to pi. So really, the volume of this 3D solid is given by this thing here. So it really boils down to us trying to integrate this from 0 to pi. So the volume is given by, So the volume is given by this from 0 to pi. Now this pi here is a constant, so we can take it out. That will then give you this, and then it really boils down to us trying to integrate sine to the power 4x. So So let's use the reduction formula. So let's just concentrate on this bit. Without the 0 to pi. Just try and integrate this, and then later on we're going to put 0 pi into there. Okay? So let's just concentrate on this bit. So use a reduction formula for sine to the power 4. So sine to the power 4, this is our n here. N is 4, remember. N is 4. So using the reduction formula for this, remember n is 4, so it would be negative 1 over 4. Negative 1 over 4. So remember, we are just concentrating on this. We will sort out the 0 and pi later on. So it'd be negative 1 over 4. Negative 1 over 4. And then 4 take away 1, which would be 3. And then 4 take away 1, which would be 3. This is 4, 4. And then 4 take away 2, that would be this. So now it boils. Now apply the reduction formula again on this bit here. So remember, now if you apply the reduction formula again here, this thing here is our n here. So now it would be negative 1, n is 2. Remember, n is 2. So negative 1 over 2, n is 2. Remember, so 2 take away 1. Would be 1, and then you've got 2 take away 1, that would be 1, 2, 2, and then 2 take away 2 would be 0. So sine 0x, which is 1. So applying the reduction formula again on this would then give you this thing here. So hang on. So this thing here, this whole thing here, without the 0, without the pi, becomes this. Okay, so we can now do this from 0 to pi of this whole thing here. So the volume, don't forget the volume is given by this. We've just found this out. So let's put everything into there. So the volume is given by this. So remember, we've just worked out this. So the volume is now given by this whole thing here. Okay, so that would be from 0 to pi. And then don't forget we've got our pi here. So hang on, from 0 to pi, and don't forget we've got our pi here. So hang on. So from 0 to pi, and don't forget we've got our pi here. So now it's just a matter of evaluating this. So hang on. So you put this into here, put the pi into here, put the pi into here, and into here, and into here. So remember, sine of pi is 0. So when you put this into here, this block here would become 0. So the whole thing would be 0. when you put pi into here, sine of pi would be 0. So this whole thing here would disappear. When you put this into here, it would be 3 times pi over 8. And then when you put this thing into here, this thing here would disappear. When you put 0 into here, the whole thing disappear. Put 0 into here, the whole thing disappear. It really boils down to this. So now pi times pi, that would be pi squared. So your volume is given by this whole thing here. Okay.